Hello viewers, I'm Ron Grant coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the Virgin Islands. You're watching 284 Media. Thank you so much for your time. I am honored to be joined by our District Rotaract representative for District 7020, the lovely Miss Robin A. Curtis. She is taking part in a district tour, of course, touching many islands across the region as they fall under her portfolio. And also joining me is Selwyn Dawson, who will be the district representative for Rotaract. He is the elect for 7020. We're going to do a quick discussion on all things Rotaract, making sure that the public is well informed as to the amazing job that is taking place not only here in the BVI but across the region. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Yo, everything good there?
Why? This thing got me one way that day.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out that trouble me.
Wow. What's your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Welcome back everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Again, you're watching 284 Media out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. As promised, I am joined by Robin A. Curtis, who is a District Rotaract representative for District 7020, alongside District Rotaract representative-elect, our very own Selwyn Dawson. Guys, welcome to our platform, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having us.
And by extension, of course, welcome to the British Virgin Islands. Is this or has this been your first visit to Tortola?
No.
Okay.
This has not been my first visit to Tortola, but this has been my first time getting out of the airport in Tortola.
Wonderful. Now, you are the District Rotaract representative for 7020.
Right.
A number of countries would fall under your portfolio. Before we get into your District 7020 tour, if you want to call it that, and your visit across the region, put into perspective for the audience, what does the District Rotaract representative for District 7020 do? What does that consist of?
So the role of District Rotaract representative is all-encompassing. So you have roles of presidents of clubs. You're basically responsible for the administration of the district. That means the administration of each club across the district. Across our district, we have 10 countries,
okay.
And so right now we sit at roughly 40 clubs. We have increased over the years, and then of course the pandemic came. We had some shifts, but we sit comfortably at nearly 40 clubs, approximately 900 Rotaractors. So ensuring that clubs are in line with Rotary International's expectations and administrative mandates, ensuring that clubs are serving properly. Of course, Rotary International is adamant about the accountability of funds. So when members of the public donate, ensuring that clubs are accounting for those funds and spending those funds appropriately.
So for persons who don't know and are watching, tell me the role of Rotaract, not only in the Virgin Islands, but across the region.
So across the region and across the world, I would say, yes. Rotaract is a service organization geared towards young professionals. So we serve and we fellowship. Of course, we also have an arm where we focus on professional development. So that is a huge arm for us as it relates to young persons elevating their service, elevating their vocation, and using their vocation to serve, and of course, developing professionally.
Now tell me some of the stops you've made thus far, because how long have you been in the BVI?
So I've been in the BVI since last Friday.
Okay, and you're leaving on Saturday, am I correct?
I'm leaving Tortola on Saturday, I return to Virgin Quarter, then I return to Nassau on Tuesday.
Okay, so tell me some of the stops that you might have made in your entire District 7020 visit.
All right, so I'm from the Bahamas. I started at home in Eleuthera. So we do, although most of the clubs in the Bahamas are in Nassau, we do have a club that's off island in what we call Eleuthera. I started there, went over to Jamaica, visited from Negril straight up to Kingston, Excellent, amazing time. Very exhausting because I was on the road at 2 a.m. trying to get from parish to
I
parish.
can imagine.
But it was invigorating just to connect with Rotaractors and seeing how excited Rotaractors were to actually feel the district in person. Then moved over to Turks and Caicos, another high trip. Energy was extremely high. They have two clubs where they're also separated by water, so Grand Turk and then Providenciales. And those Rotaractors trekked from island to island for each activity, community
Amazing.
service and fellowship.
Yeah.
So the energy, once again, extremely high energy. You can feel, the theme is bring the vibes. You can feel the vibes. You can feel the love of Rotaract and also the love for each other. So
Gotcha.
exhilarating experience. And now the same for Tortola and Virgin Gorda.
Well, I hope you're enjoying your visit, but speaking of bringing the vibe, in hindsight, 2023, what are your expectations for the District 7020 Rotaract?
So my expectations and my goals were to bring back the feeling of family that existed when I joined. The pandemic put a hamper on everything worldwide. It's not just specific to Rotaract or Rotary. It affected relationships. It affected the desire to serve and ways that we served. And so the goal was honestly to try to reignite for those who may not have known or who might have joined in a time when we were physically separate, to understand that we are family. Let's come together. Also we hear of this term elevate Rotaract, encouraging Rotaractors to raise the bar. So administration, I've been called Margaret Thatcher behind closed doors because
That's a good thing.
I am huge on, okay, did you do what you're supposed to do administratively to ensure that your club is functioning as it should? We are, like I said, an organization for young professionals that's operate professionally. We have fun, let's operate professionally, let's serve appropriately, and let's represent the Rotaract and by extension the Rotary brand as best as we can.
I absolutely love it, and of course we here at 284 Media take pleasure really in conducting interviews with not only like-minded millennial young professionals, but really serving as conversations that would ultimately connect our region. Mr. Dawson, you are District Rotaract Representative-elect, quite a tall order. When we're introducing you in Rotary, we have there's a lot of titles behind his name. So DRR elect.
Yes.
Tell me what you are most looking forward to as it pertains to taking up this very pivotal role. And might I say we're proud to know that Virgin Islander is taking up the role of District DRR 7020.
Yeah. My focus of my main goal, what I'm looking forward to is actually engaging and meeting. Like DRR Robin said, there was a moment where we were separated, and my goal, or one of the goals, is to bring that energy back to service, bring that vibe back to learning more about Rotaract. And in this current phase where dealing with a lot of young Rotaractors who may not know where to or how to get the information they need, how to grow in Rotaract and Rotary International. So in part of me visiting, growing, and meeting the different Rotaractors, making sure that they are available to the different resources and help them grow in their role.
Now, for persons who are unaware, we know what Rotaract is, but in the Virgin Islands and by extension the region, what is the age demographic for persons who are interested in joining the club?
So the beauty about it is we recently made a change, I think about a year and a half ago, where at one time it was 18 to 30, but now Rotary International made a change where you are now 18 and older. And it is left up to the individual Rotaract clubs to set that upper age so you can transition into Rotary at whatever age you're comfortable moving into Rotary at. So
understood.
Yeah.
Now, you have served in various capacities, of course, in Rotaract, and now I would call it the pinnacle, really, to be DRR elect. What are some of the best lessons and experiences across your journey that you've been able to take away?
For me, I was one that never loved public speaking. I dreaded it. My composure, my demeanor, everything was for the worst when it came to public speaking. And that is one of the major things that I have given gratitude to Rotaract for. Speaking to persons, small groups, large groups, individuals, stakeholders, business owners, I'm able to have that conversation now without questioning my movement, my speech, and stuff like that. And growing, I've learned outside of because I studied IT, network engineering, but outside of that, I've grown into an appreciation for finance, accounting, and administration. So these are things that I've hold dear to my heart in what Rotaract has offered me in my years of service.
Incredible. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but there's so much to discuss with you guys, and I'm just getting into it. We're quite excited to have Robin E. Curtis, the DRR 7020, along with DRR-elect Mr. Selwyn Dawson. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
That's out. That's 6. That's out.
With worldwide medical coverage and affordable premiums, we're like a home match that isn't played at your actual home. CG Insurance. Good like that.
My turn. Oh, come on, guys.
Introducing a show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. It doesn't always involve suits and bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons. I'm taking you outside in the field to share the journey of some of the BVI's the best and brightest men. From East End to West End, Virgin Gorda to Jos Van Dyke, not forgetting Anigada. Our Virgin Islands gentlemen are doing the damn thing. We are the movers and shakers of this generation. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman. Season 4 by yours truly, Ron Grant. Raising a generation of greatness. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on 284 Media.
And welcome back, everyone. If you're just joining us, I am sitting and chatting it with the Robin A. Curtis, who is our district Rotaract representative for 7020, alongside DRR-elect. Robin, I have to ask you, your year as DRR is coming to an end. If I'm correct, you're going to be passing the mantle off in June?
Correct. So the Rotary year extends from July 1 to June 30th.
Okay.
And so we do have what we call our annual district conference. That happens in May in the Bahamas. And we will install our very present DRRE Selwyn Dawson then, but the year officially ends June 30th.
Okay, now there's a few more months within your year as DRR, but what have you been most proud of as you look back on since being handed over the opportunity, and now it's coming to an end, still a bit more time to do some work, but what are you most proud of thus far?
Thus far, two things. The small moments. It's not the moments that were planned on paper or on the calendar. It's literally going into the territories and meeting Rotaractors that probably honestly did not know what the DRR was or did. They joined and just did not know. And literally being hugged and told, oh, you're a person, you actually came with sauce. I've gotten that repeatedly on visits, and that has been the most heartwarming experience because, so I do work full time, and I'm in the financial services industry, so pushing to make it through trips, giving as much energy as I can, in those moments made it feel worth it. Beyond that, also the moments where seeing clubs pull through, District 7020 clubs pull through. For example, there are different competitions that are launched zone-wide. Rotary International issues certain instructions, and seeing each District 7020 club, even if it's like, okay, the deadline is midnight, it's 10:30, and like 7 more clubs still there, and just seeing the club do what they have to do one by one, right in time to make District 7020 shine every single time.
Incredible. Now I have to ask, because you mentioned you are a financial services professional as well as Selwyn is in IT. The question is for both of you. Being young professionals and of course managing so much, being a Rotarian myself, I understand the high level of community service and engagement and sacrifices that it takes. How do you guys manage? How do you balance? If you're able to, authentically say, how has that process been, juggling being a professional and still serving the community, various communities for which you serve?
You want to go first?
I can. So for me, I think it came natural. I appreciate time. If that's one thing, I really don't waste time. Like I usually prioritize how I spend my day and stuff like that. And one of the things in giving my service to Rotary, to my job, to my family, everything is I kind of balance it in terms of where everything fits. I believe in being more proactive versus reactive, and that has helped me a lot in giving of myself to every entity that I've served at.
And Robin?
So, Selwyn gave a well-articulated answer. Because of my job, so I work in, like I said, I'm with the Big Four EY Bahamas, and it's a juggling act for me. I could plan how my day goes. If I was to just strip away Rotaract and I just focus on my job, my work day does not even go as planned. So I just look at awe in people who can balance, but it's a juggling act. I have to know what I cannot let drop at any given time. This year is truly a year of sacrifice, and what keeps me going and what keeps everything pulled together is honestly a true love of community service and a love of Rotaract. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't make it. So it's sacrifice and just keeping an eye on the big picture and knowing what I cannot let drop.
Incredible. Well, I'd like to be the first, if no one has told you guys, congratulations on the amazing work that you're doing and you will continue to do. Of course, we were happy to have you here. I know you did quite a bit of stops visiting the various clubs. Of course, you're going to be going to the sister island of Virgin Gorda as well. We trust that you had an enjoyable time and that you are proud of the work that you see being done here. In addition to that, allow me to congratulate DRR-elect. I wish you the very best in your upcoming role, and we know that beyond a shadow of a doubt, you represent the territory to the utmost. All right, so thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And before I go, I'd love to give you an opportunity to just speak to all young professionals across the region and by extension the world who may be looking on and saying, hey, Rotaract may be something I'm interested in. As Rotaractors yourself who have been able to serve and rise to pretty much the pinnacle in office, what do you say to the viewers who are looking and contemplating service?
If you're contemplating service, just serve. You don't need any special certification. All you need is a love of people and a love of service to serve. You can learn all of the Rotary talk, the Rotaract talk. You can learn that stuff. Rotaract is for you, whether you're black, white, brown or green, whether you're in IT or accounting like myself. Rotaract is for you. It's an organization that is open, and all you have to do is ask. And of course, DRRE Selvin is from the BVI. No greater year to join than the upcoming year. So if you're interested, take the leap, ask the question, and join now.
My turn. So, plain and simple, there's opportunities in your service and there's diversity in the service, the way you serve. So if you are energetic about dealing with the elderly, or you love children, if you love animals, if you love your community, I would say take that time out to learn Rotaract, because Rotaract gives you the opportunity to do any and everything in terms of serving, and you get a service to yourself. You, like me, I once never liked speaking, and here I am now talking to you. I didn't know much about the financial world, but here I am with an education. I have a certificate in finance. So there's opportunity in your service, and I would say take advantage of those opportunities by serving in Rotaract.
All right, you guys heard it here first. 284 Media, thank you so much for your time. Once again, viewers, that is all the time we have. I want to wish you a beautiful rest of the day. I'll always enjoy bringing you both local, regional, and international content, most importantly, connecting the region. Reporting for 284 Media, I'm Ron Grant. Have a beautiful rest of the day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.